I see videos floating around about Noah. Do people actually think Noah Beck is on steroids?
One of my friends from home actually thinks I am. He's like, what kind of gear does he have on? And I'm like, just because people watch like dumbass videos that people put on the internet and they're like, I was like, dude, I'm not. I was like, dude, I'm completely natural. Like, so you literally don't even drink alcohol.
Well, according to what Bradley Martin DM'd me the other day, it kind of fucking speculates whether you are actually natural or not, Noah. So, alright, what's going on, guys? Today, we're going to be doing a natty or not on our one and only Noah Beck, the son of all gods on fucking TikTok. This is the golden boy of TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, the one that everybody loves. Girls fantasize of having everything you can imagine with this youngster, and everyone wants to have this kid's physique. I mean, I'd say the ideal teenager, the ideal even 20-year-old, you know, they want to have this guy's physique. If I, you know, show you guys like I am right now, what he looks like, you know, his structure, his build, his abs, you know, he's a good-looking kid, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he has a good structure, a good foundation that people were like, you know, it's not too much and it's also not too little. So I feel like he has the ideal physique, you know, especially the soccer physique, since he, you know, is into sports and shit like that. So, you know, definitely the kid has a great physique. But the question is this guy fucking natural or is he enhanced? Because that's what we need to know right now. And I'm gonna let you know right now in this video what I think. Alright, before we start this fucking video, if you guys haven't seen the video I did not so long ago, it was about a week ago, I did a video interviewing girls who they like better. Your boy over here or Noah Beck, and go fucking see the results for yourself. I'm quite embarrassed. And one more thing before we actually begin the natty or not. I know I'm getting you guys a little bit impatient here, but I just want to clarify something because I get this question a lot. You know, people ask me why I say the F word a lot. I just want to say really quickly, if you have a problem with me saying fuck, then I guess the best way I could say is go fuck yourself. How about that? This guy is a Sway Boy member. If you guys don't know who this guy is, he blew up on TikTok. He's TikTok famous, and now he's just an overall celebrity. Got, you know, YouTube clout, Instagram clout. Like, dude literally has like 7 million followers on Instagram. Like, really, dude? Like, this guy's fucking popping. Now, him and the other Sway Boy members, such as Bryce Hall, Josh Richards, Blake Gray, Griffin Johnson, these young gentlemen here are the guys who they started getting into the fitness industry a little bit, especially because of the fact that they met Bradley Martin, our fucking one and only drug dealer that everybody loves and goes to. But no, all jokes aside, you know, obviously he owns, you know, a gym called Zoo Culture. It's a very well-known gym in California. Everybody goes there, all the celebrities, very well-known, popping. That's the place. That's the gym that you go to saying, all right, I'm gonna fucking meet a bunch of TikTok celebs, a bunch of YouTubers, a bunch of fitness phenoms that I've been, you know, dreaming of meeting. That is the gym and the place to go to. Now, you know, Noah Beck and Bryce Hall, you know, all these people, they go to that gym, and then that's where they met Bradley Martin, and, you know, Bradley Martin, you know, started training them, but I guess in return, he makes YouTube content out of it. Now, the problem with this, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, who gives a shit what this cross-daggered earring fuck-ass motherfucker has to say? No one gives a shit about this dipshit right here, right? I know, I get it. It seems like his channel went from a tutorial structured base, how to do this, how to do that, how to talk to girls, how to bench press, how to squat, primarily working out, to now it's like a series, training the Sway Boys. He talks about, you know, with Noah Beck, and this is actually what kind of pushed me into making and saying, okay, you know what, I need to do an natty or not on Noah Beck. I've done one on Bryce Hall, I've done one on Taylor Holder, Griffin Johnson. I've done it on all these kids, but now Noah Beck's turn is his turn. It's just, he's ready. He's fucking ready. I'm ready. All right, Noah? I'm fucking ready. Noah, are you natural or are you not? You see his back history. You see his history of his training, you know, what he had, what his physique started off at. We go all the way back to his high school days. I'll pop up a clip for you guys right now. This guy used to be heavily into soccer. A soccer fucking legend, dude. Let's just say that. I'm not a very good soccer player, basketball player. I don't know if I'm disrespecting the sport. If you guys want me to call it football instead, whatever you guys want me to call it. I'm not very good into sports in general, so I wouldn't fucking know. But what I'm trying to say is this guy was very good at what he did. All right, this guy kicked the ball. He seemed like he has the moves, you know what I'm saying? If I even do anything close to what he fucking did, I'm falling on the ground, sweetheart. I'm just fucking letting you know right now, okay? Now, this guy even, he even got a scholarship to Harvard because of his, his skill with football or soccer, whatever you want to call it. Obviously he didn't take it. I guess Harvard, their soccer team was ass or whatever the case may be. It's besides the Natty or not. It's way besides it. But you see his structure back then. He still had a six-pack, still relatively defined, nothing insane. Now, I wrote a couple of notes down from Bradley's past histories with Noah Beck. I've watched the series of him training him back to back to back. I know a lot of things about Noah Beck now that I didn't know back then. First things first, Noah Beck talked about how back when he used to train, for sports and shit like that, he never really went to a gym like that and trained with weights. If he were to even go to a gym or to, practice or whatever, he would probably do pull-ups, push-ups, shit like that. He body weight primarily, maybe some abs, leg raises, shit like that. Nothing really weights primarily. Now that he's with Bradley Martin, he's trying to pack on a little bit of size, but his goal is to be shredded, ladies and gentlemen. Is his physique right now obtainable naturally? Could it be obtainable naturally? You see his structure, and I think it can be, especially for this guy. He has one of the best, if not anything, this guy has the best genetics in the Sway House by far. Has a six-pack, has pretty good muscle bellies. His chest is, decently round. He has some legs. He has a nice back. And, maybe I'd say, primarily speaking, maybe his shoulders, his arms, just around there, maybe like the biceps and shit like that need some work. Definitely has a lot less definition, carries a lot less fat than, maybe, for example, his abdomen. He does have a wide frame. It's not very, V-taperish, I could say. But, and that's in terms of, like, just bodybuilding and shit like that. Like, who gives a fuck about that? This guy's not into that. He's not going to compete. He's not into that. This guy just wants to get lean, okay? That's it. He's already lean enough, but he wants to get leaner. How lean are we talking here, buddy? Are we talking Jesse James West lean, or are we talking Tristan fucking Lee? You see, this is where we have to really speculate. Is he going to use something, or is he not? Because, guys, there's only a certain leanness that you can achieve and get to naturally without having to take in any, sort of PEDs. Because the truth is that you cannot obtain such a just low body, especially sub 10% body fat in, like, not even like 7%, like lower than 7%. If we're talking 6%, 5%, it's just not achievable. So if we're just talking about like lean within maybe the 7 to 8% body fat range, I'd say Noah Beck can do that. If we pop up pictures of or videos of, for example, Jesse James West, this guy is around the 7.5% body fat, 8%. I did a natty or not on that guy. Pull it up here if you guys want to fucking watch it. But like, if he wants to be somebody or somewhere around that body fat, definitely achievable naturally, in my opinion. What body fat do I think he is currently right now? We don't fucking know. You know why? Because Bradley Martin is hiding his body. He's trying to do this transformation, and then at the very end, just boom, like he went from this to this, wherever the fuck the this is, okay? Now, it's, it's okay, it's cool, good for them. But if I were to have to give a good estimate based off seeing his arms and, his chest and, basically all the other body parts that he has besides just showing his midsection, because it seems like, primarily speaking, Bradley has just hid the midsection specifically from the audience. So to saying like, okay, how's his six-pack going? What the fuck does it look like now? What is it this? What is it, So I'd say that he's probably 13.5 to 14% body fat, if you want me to be honest with you. So he's not fat, he's not shredded whatsoever. He's just in the mid-range right there. Lean, healthy-looking kid. Beautiful body fat percentage to say, okay, this guy's lean. He could have a six-pack at that body fat percentage. And so, good for this guy, but he wants to get leaner. So let's get into a couple more details about Noah Beck. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna fuck your mother. All right, that was really not, okay, I shouldn't have said that, I'm sorry. Now, there's one thing I have to take into account here, okay? I look at a bunch of scenarios. You have YouTubers that will, they'll go into all the fucking science, into fucking steroids and SARMs and, all this shit. And then you got, people like my dumb ass who does not know an extreme amount about that, but is a little insane and does a good background check on these motherfuckers, okay? So what I do in these Natty or Nots, for those of you who don't watch any of my Natty or Nots, which you should because they are fucking popping, especially in the fitness industry. Come on, your boy's popping off, let's be honest here. All right, but all jokes aside, I look at who they hang out with, how long they've been training, how old they are, you know, all this shit. So, for example, Noah Beck, 19 years old, you know, his height is around 5'9" to around 5'10". So he's not a really short guy, he's not a really tall guy either. So what that means is that his structure, it's a little bit harder to fill out. So, you know, if you compare Noah Beck to somebody who is 5'6", 5'5", right? And they compare with the same genetics in terms of muscle building, speed, size, you know, muscle bellies, like everything. Everything's the same except the height. That's the only difference. 5'5" and what, 5'9", 5'10". The 5'5" guy is going to appear much larger, much rounder, much bigger, much faster because of the fact that they have less space to fill out. So therefore, they can, you know, build 6 pounds of muscle and look like they built 15 compared to Noah Beck. You know, this guy can build 5 pounds of muscle and it looks like 2.5 to maybe 3, you know? So now, how long has Noah Beck been training for? This is a little bit hard to say because of the fact that, okay, if we were talking about training properly speaking, I'd say about 4-ish months because he's been training with Bradley Martin for a decent time now, but he's been training much longer before that. You know, it's not like the kid never worked out in his life. Now, in terms of the intensity level and, you know, weights and shit like that, probably not as hard compared to what he's doing with Brad right now. But, you know, he's always, you know, been an athletic kid. And, you know, in terms of his, you know, size, not a lot back then. But again, you know, the guy was doing push-ups, pull-ups, crunches, you know, the basics, the fucking basics. You do with what you're built with. That's pretty much what he fucking did back then. Now, here's the thing, guys. Oh, voice crack? What the f***? Noah Beck is friends with Bryce Hall, Blake Gray, Josh Richards, Griffin Johnson. There's 2 people in the Sway House who have taken anabolic steroids. Now, who are these 2 people? Griffin Johnson and Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall actually recently admitted on Bradley Martin's YouTube channel on SARMs, him admitting to taking SARMs. Now, in the past, he's already admitted to taking steroids, but he specifically admitted to taking one specific SARM. I don't know what it is. I don't remember. So I'll pop up the clip for you guys right fucking now just so you guys can believe me.
All Natty right now.
Yes?
But I did take SARMs in the past.
Which ones did you take?
NFX.
So that makes me speculate. Noah Beck hangs around with these guys. He even lives with these guys. That means that maybe he was influenced into taking SARMs or whatever they were taking, to be exact, right? But again, that is if maybe he did or maybe he didn't. Because the truth is that, you know, these guys are young kids. You know, I think Bryce is like 21, Noah Beck's 19. You know, they're teenagers to the early 20s, bro. You know, barely, most of them are probably not even legal to get alcohol, except Bryce that I can know of, right, or think of at this point in time. But, you know, in terms of speaking of him being influenced, you know, they're young kids. You see your boys doing something, it's going to push you and drive you a little bit more to want to do the same exact thing. You feel me? So that's a possibility, as well as the fact that this guy is getting into the fitness industry, man. Not a whole lot, but, you know, you're going and training with Bradley fucking Martin. The king of drug deals, motherfuckers. Listen, guys, I actually got a DM from Brad. I DM'd him. Actually, no, I didn't even DM him. I made a video about him the other day, which I'll pop up for you guys right fucking now. But in that video, I talk about him and Steve will do it, etc. Watch that video if you want to talk about that. I don't want to waste any time and get off topic of this fucking video. But, you know, basically he DM'd me. Responding to my story about the video. Pretty funny. So I asked him, Brad, where the fuck are my drugs? Where are they, man? I've been waiting for a couple of months now. The shipment should have been here already, you know? Don't you think? And Brad said this right fucking here. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's all I gotta say. Wow, Brad. You're all out? You're all out? Have you been giving it to the Sway Boys? Have you been just feeding them the fucking SARMs like it's chicken and broccoli, motherfucker? You see Noah Beck when he was younger, he actually has gynecomastia. Now, I put it in the thumbnail as well. This guy has gynecomastia, ladies and gentlemen. You get gyno in 2 different ways. You get gyno either naturally when you are in your teens, maybe you have high estrogen, You know what I'm saying? Especially if you eat a lot of dairy, that can kind of boost your estrogen to elevate a little bit, and then it starts developing that gyno, which is extra tissue on, you know, under and beneath the nipple, which makes it look like you have tits. Or you can, you know, take anabolics. Honestly, I think that when he was younger, it hit him naturally. I think that maybe, you know, because it's not severe. And I just don't think that he took anything at that time. It didn't seem like, and even to this day and age, right? It doesn't seem like his interest is to getting large, to getting very vascular, very huge. It doesn't seem like his main priority. He just wants to get a decent size and to get ripped. That's his main goal. I feel like the hard part in this whole fucking, you know, goal is just to get ripped. And that's about it. Just getting a caloric deficit and call it a fucking day. That's pretty much what he's doing at this point. So it's just more so his food that he has to focus on more than supplements, you know? So I think that he just naturally developed gyno when he was younger. And, you know, it sucks. It is what it is. Sometimes it can kind of fade away. And, well, unfortunately, then there's other cases where there's no other choice but to get surgery if you do not want to have gyno anymore, because it just doesn't go away sometimes. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But what I can say for certain is if you build your chest a little bit more, it kind of fades off a little bit and kind of blends in a way, and that's if you have a minor case of gynecomastia. And you know why I know this? Because I have gynecomastia, motherfuckers. It went away a slight bit, but I personally feel like I still have gyno, and that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but I'll pop up a picture of where I have gyno for fucking certain. You see that picture? I definitely believe I have gyno. What do you guys fucking think? And then I show you another picture, which is not too long ago. And yeah, that it looks like it's kind of lessened a little bit, or just maybe faded off as my chest got slightly bigger. You know, maybe working and building towards, you know, that upper chest a slight bit more, and maybe, you know, the illusion, because, you know, especially when it comes to working out, it's all illusions, you know, so maybe that's what fucking happened, maybe that's not what happened, who knows, who the fuck knows, Casper the Ghost might know. Everybody wants to know, does Noah Beck take steroids or does he not? And I'm gonna say that Noah Beck is natural. I'm gonna say he's natural because of the fact that I've seen this kid for a while. I've made a couple of videos on him. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did think that he was on gear back then. Now, we're talking a couple months, because I made a few videos on the guy talking about him scamming people with the, you know, ab simulator and, you know, all that bullshit. But I really think that this guy is just not having a big interest towards taking SARMs or any sort of PED whatsoever, because of the fact that his goals are just way off that scale. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just not his interest. And you see Noah Beck, and maybe this is what he just appears to be on the internet, but what I can presume to, you know, get off this guy's fucking demeanor is that he seems like a really nice guy. Now, I can't say a genuine guy because I don't fucking know him, but he seems like innocent in a way. Like, I don't know, you know, Bradley even fucking said you hardly drink alcohol. So the guy doesn't even fucking drink alcohol. I mean, he's 19, but, you know, people don't drink when they're below the legal age, right? But anyways, like, he just seems like a nice guy. He seems like a fucking sweetheart. The kid seems like a cool guy, even cool to fucking chill and vibe with. But I don't think he's taking anything, honestly. There's not enough detail to say, okay, you know, whether his strengths are, you know, out of the norm, or his physique. It's not, none of those are out of the norm. His strength is within the normal reference range, definitely within the normal reference range. It's nothing out of the ordinary. And then, you know, his physique, normal, nothing crazy, impressive, nice, decent, especially for TikTok. That's fucking roids right there for TikTok. But, you know, in terms of like, just like overall, like in reality, it's not out of the ordinary, you know. Has a good physique, has, you know, good goals, and, you know, I wish the best for Noah Beck, but I do think that this guy is fucking natural. I think he's natural. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I could find the clip, but I even saw a clip, and I was like, all right, this has to be, like, this guy has to be kissing ass or some shit, because Noah Beck even went to as far as the lengths of him even saying, like, I don't even take supplements in general. This guy even said, oh, I never took those. I always felt like it's cheating, this and that. I just want it all natural, just food and just training. That's it. Like, if you're at that point where, like, I don't even know if the guy even takes fucking pre-workout, but if you're one of those guys, why would you be on, it just, you know, why? Why would you be enhanced? I don't think he's enhanced, you know?
Were you like a creatine and steroids kind of guy?
You thought creatine was steroid? Okay.
Like in my eyes, honestly, like I was kind of naive, and I was like, it's kind of like cheating, and like I just didn't want to do that, and I was like, I kind of like, I feel like more like self like accomplished if I just do it like all natty, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I'm sure creatine helps.
Yeah.
But I've just never.
Yeah, I mean, as a soccer player, maybe it wouldn't make as much sense, but.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you haven't already, if you enjoyed this fucking video. And yeah, I think your boy Noah Beck is natural. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And yeah, it's your boy Kevin Diaz from Crew Aesthetics. We're fucking out. Let's go.